Back-to-back, LSU Gymnastics wins the SEC Championship. The path to securing the crown was powered by consistency.
Behind every performance on the football field, there are hours of hard work backstage. Here at LSU, feeding the football team requires a combination of science, personalization, and coordination between players, dietitians, and chefs.
With the highest attendance in the country, it's clear that at LSU, gymnastics just means more.
Before we get started, reporter Jada Ferris is in the field with more on LSU women's basketball round of 32 matchup against the Florida State Seminoles. Jada. El ATP2 jugó en 3 continentes: Marsella, Francia, Delray Beach, Florida, y Buenos Aires, Argentina.
Death Valley, where LSU's playoff hopes come to die.
On Friday, the defense will get their chance to address the jury before the prosecution's rebuttal. From there, the jury will get instructions for deliberations. From the courthouse, Santiago Rodriguez, ABC News. Justin Rose, final putt of the day. He makes it. He ties McElroy in the lead. McElroy with a little bit of pressure in the 17th. Another great approach from Rory. He would leave it a couple feet away.
Savannah Shane here was a key factor for LSU Gymnastics' 2024 National Championship. Now, in 2025, she's still part of the team, but plays a different role. Back-to-back, LSU Gymnastics wins the SEC Championship. The path to securing the crown was powered by consistency.
The Tigers now have 6 SEC championship titles. This one came in with some uncertainty during the meet. LSU started strong on uneven bars, beating Oklahoma by .175. 4 Tigers scored above a 9.9. Jay Clark's team had the lowest score during the second rotation, but still led by .75. Sierra Ballard, Kylie Cohen, and Kaylin Chio scored a 9.85, while Connor McLean, Haley Bryant, and Aaliyah Finnegan finished strong with a 9.9 or above. By the third rotation, things shifted, as Florida put an impressive performance on uneven bars, taking first place away from LSU for the first time. The Tigers had great floor routines led by Haley Bryant, Kaylin Chio, and Amari Drayton, who scored a 9.95. The pressure was on for the last rotation. LSU gymnasts were aware that they had to be nearly perfect in vault to win. They came in as the best vault team in the nation, led by Kaylin Chio, also #1 vaulter in college gymnastics. Haley Bryant, Lexi Size, Aaliyah Finnegan, and Kaylin Chio scored above a 9.9 to secure the crown for the Tigers. Despite being the only team without a perfect 10, LSU finished up being the only team above 198, surpassing runner-up Oklahoma by .275.
We didn't have to have that one, Jay would call it that home run moment. We just need base hits. Base hit after base hit after base hit. We're not looking for home runs, and I honestly think that's a great picture of how tonight went. It wasn't, we didn't have a million home runs, but it was the base hits that got us where we wanted to be.
Haley Bryant finished up as the best all-arounder in the SEC Championship with a 39.725, followed by Aaliyah Finnegan and Kaylin Chio.
It feels amazing. Like you said, I kind of started slow in the beginning of the season and kind of worked my way into all 4 events kind of towards the end of the season. It just felt really good just to gain my confidence really at this competition. I've been working hard on just the little details and building the confidence because the gymnastics is there and I know it's there.
While the competition felt like a national championship, LSU Gymnastics head coach Jay Clark believes this is a crucial step towards the team's ultimate goal.
You've got the best 3 teams in the country on the same floor. I definitely think it prepares our teams for the postseason as we go forward.
Everything seems to be clicking for LSU as they sum up 4 meets in a row scoring above 198, with 2 of them competing away from home.
I think we always had it in us. It just all came together at the perfect time and we're peaking at the right time in the season.
With the Tigers' confidence level at its peak, the purple and gold are now focused on defending the national championship. Reporting for Tiger TV Sports, Santiago Rodriguez.
For 39 days next summer, the eyes of the world will be on North America as the United States co-hosts the 2026 FIFA World Cup, along with Mexico and Canada. 11 U.S. cities welcoming soccer teams from all over the world for 78 matches. Atlanta, Boston, Dallas, Houston, Kansas City, Los Angeles, Miami, New York City, Philadelphia, San Francisco, and Seattle. FIFA's socioeconomic impact analysis estimates the tournament could create 185,000 full-time jobs in the U.S., with a potential $10.2 billion in labor income for workers. The report projects that 3.7 million local and international fans will travel to the American host cities, estimating the influx of visitors could generate billions of dollars, benefiting sectors like hospitality, transportation, and retail. Professor of economics Victor Matheson says the games could also bring attention to host cities that have not been top tourist destinations in the past, like Kansas City.
What this means for Kansas City is it is a chance to put itself on the map. Most foreign visitors will not have heard of Kansas City, and maybe they will have now.
8 games, including the final, will take place at MetLife Stadium in New Jersey. Governor Phil Murphy inviting fans not headed to the stadium to still visit the state for watch parties.
And where are people going to go to watch them? A lot of them are going to come right here. This will be the official Fan Fest. 20s big screens will be kitted around Liberty State Park.
The World Cup festivities across the country could prove lucrative, but there is the potential for deficits, as World Cup host countries traditionally spend billions of dollars in preparation of the event. That's according to Statista.
The way you can lose money on a World Cup is primarily if you spend a huge amount of money in preparations and then that tourist boom can't cover those expenditures. But in the United States, we're not spending much in most of the host cities because we have good stadium and tourist infrastructure already in place.
Matheson adds where the tourists travel from is a factor.
A U.S. citizen who decides to go to Kansas City this year for their vacation because there's World Cup games there, as opposed to a vacation in Texas instead, that's actually not new money for the country as a whole. To the extent you can bring people in from out of the country who would not have come to the United States otherwise, that actually is new money into the United States, and that is a net benefit for the country.
Matheson says it could take a year or two before we know the real economic impact. Perry Russum, ABC News.
Daniels for the win. Caught! It's good! LSU does it! Mason Taylor!
This is how much it means to win in Baton Rouge against Alabama.
Playing at Tiger Stadium is well known to be one of the hardest tasks in college football, especially on Saturday nights.
Somehow, Alabama has managed to dominate the rivalry, especially when it's playing the Bayou. On Saturday, LSU will host the 89th edition, on a game that means everything for both teams' hope to qualify for the 12-team college football playoffs. The eyes of the nation will be on Tiger Stadium.
I think everyone in this building knows the importance of this game. I think every guy's come to work and has really shown the importance of this game. So us going out there and really just not trying to do too much. We know the atmosphere is going to be college game day.
Since 1964, both teams have faced yearly. At Tiger Stadium, the Bayou Bengals have won only 6, lost 23, and tied 1 game. Before the Tigers won in 2022, the team had lost 5 games at home in a row against the Crimson Tide. In 2 of those, LSU stepped out of Tiger Stadium without scoring a single point. Only 2 coaches have managed to beat Alabama twice in Death Valley: Nick Saban, who would later become LSU's biggest antagonist, and Les Miles. None of them managed to do it in a consecutive manner. On Saturday, Brian Kelly has the opportunity to be the first head coach to do so.
Those kinds of thoughts for me in my career have always been things that I'll consider when my career is over. My career is just starting here. And we'll consider those things down the road.
LSU's head coach understands how important the home crowd will be to pressure Alabama, which is the 4th team in the nation with the most penalties.
I mean, I think, hopefully our crowd's loud and will cause a lot of pre-snap penalties. That's one thing we can hope for. Hopefully that Tiger Stadium becomes a little bit too much for the Crimson Tide to handle.
Death Valley, where opponents' dreams come to die, is a well-known phrase around college football. This 2024 LSU football team has the opportunity to not only honor that phrase, but also change the shift of this epic rivalry. For Tiger TV Sports, Santiago Rodriguez. Savannah Shanehill was a key factor for LSU Gymnastics' 2024 National Championship. Now, in 2025, she's still part of the team, but plays a different role.
Savannah's life has been full of changes, from suffering a season-ending injury competing for Florida in early 2023 to becoming a national champion with LSU in April 2024.
It was pretty devastating that happened, especially the day before our first meet of the season. But it ended up being the biggest blessing in disguise, obviously ending up at LSU.
Savannah understood that she grew up as much as she could in Florida and decided LSU was the right environment to continue her last collegiate year.
I had kind of grown as much as I was going to grow in one place, and I think that going to a new environment was really going to stimulate a lot more growth. And so that was a big part of the reason I decided to transfer. And when I was in the process of looking at new schools, LSU was always towards the top. It was really my number one throughout the whole process.
She ended up being a key asset to LSU gymnastics' first national championship. It was the biggest moment in her career as a gymnast.
Like, it just felt like a literal dream. It did not feel real at all. It's so hard to put those emotions into words. I've been trying to put them into words for like 5.5 months now, and I still struggle. It's just when you spend 20 years of your life working towards something and you actually get to accomplish that, and to be in my 6th and final year of gymnastics and to be with a whole new team experiencing that was just something so unique, and again, just something that I really struggle to put into words because of how special it was and how special it will always be.
Now she's playing a new role, being the special assistant to the head coach. Becoming a part of the coaching staff means she will be coaching her ex-teammates and best friends.
Honestly, the girls too have made the transition super seamless. It's definitely been a lot easier than I thought it would be, and I think transitioning out of gymnastics has been easier too, just because I'm still around it and still around my teammates from this past year and still around my coaches and everything. But it's been super cool to embrace a new role and to kind of be on the other side of things.
Shane Hurt is now in charge of the head coach schedule, making sure everything is running smoothly. She's also working with gymnasts, assisting them with NIL deals and helping out any way she can. Shane Hurt's journey is a clear example of how life can have some crazy changes, but hard work and determination pays off. For Tiger TV Sports, Santiago Rodriguez.